Hello YouTube world, Benny here. It's currently Saturday 21st of January 2023 at 5:52 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Please like and support. Subject vehicle is a 2004 Subaru Forester X 2.5 liter single overhead cam with automatic transmission operating in all-wheel drive mode. There we go, let me get that on there. So I've been running this since a little after 2 o'clock, so it's almost 4 hours now. You can see the change in the needle. It's a very slow to react needle. I'm sure it'll probably end up moving more than that when I actually start to drive. Let me go over this way and see if you can get a better feel of, from this angle more straight on, how much it's moved from on the other side of full. Now let's get to the scan tool here for what limited usefulness it has. So if you look at this, is an update to that previous video, very lengthy. And now you see at idle, you can see the engine RPM. Let's go back over to here so you see the analog. No trickery or nothing like that. See the values. I don't think that 33 has changed, and if you've seen what I'm doing out there with that particular function, you would realize that that 33 is higher than what it actually is because of forward projecting heat. So now take a look at your short-term field trims and still look at the long-term field trims. I did have to disconnect the scan tool because it shut down. It says it lost connection. But after doing a change in that other variable, which I didn't specify, I just showed you values and let you look through it for yourself. So you're going to start to get the feel of what to start to be looking for. See the short-term field trim, it's going as low as 0, as in 0 and then to the minus side, from up to as high as 9. It was getting up into the 9s that it kept adding fuel. So if you go and look at that other one, you're going to have something to compare it to. Okay, so the map did also, looks like it might have started dropping a little bit because it was going a little bit higher in the map. Oh, I was going to try to adjust down there. Let me go to oh, hold on. It's alright. This is such a crappy tool. It's got such a short cable on it. I don't like all that wireless garbage. Okay, there we are back again. Okay, so just so to confirm, see, it doesn't want to move now. Okay, so I have not shut the car down the entire time since a little bit after 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's in closed loop, and within about 20 to 30 seconds, I can notice changes off the back visually and smell-wise. With what I've done for some of the things, it runs less rich than starting as rich as it used to when it was even warmer than this. So you see the calculated load there at 3.9. That's actually increased from 3.5. I didn't see that before. That's oh, you know why? I've got the inverter on. So the inverter from 3.5 has taken another 0.4. So each accessory that is definitely getting calculated in there because of the draw on the alternator. You'll see I've got the hood up in between. Okay, so there's a little clue for you. I'm trying to get it to move down, and if you don't get it, buttons right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, if it, I don't think I need to put the light on for this. Let's see. That'll make it better or worse. That might make it worse. Oh no. Scheiße. Crapola. You gotta wait and see for it to come back up. If it'll come back up. Ding dong dang nabbit. I'm just gonna go straight into the live data and bypass all that garbage. Every time it makes me re-enter that, and it doesn't make any difference for the live data for whatever reason. Okay, so where's my finger on the button there? Short-term field trim still in the minus. And on the other video you saw with this, looking at these same PIDs, now you can look at that one. A set of values there, and yeah, always running rich no matter what I do. So this should prove to some of you people that and I'll go back the other way just so you can see it does go up. Well, I hope I wasn't cutting off the mic with my finger over it the way I'm holding the phone there. Okay, so let's get the, there it is, the throttle position sensor. So these values here should be about the same as what I was showing you before, and I did go through all of them. So now we'll go back up, take a look at these values, and the math, however, I believe it to be 100% calculated like the calculated load, even though it doesn't state it as such. And let's get back up to your fuel trims. And now, despite the temperatures, still climbing up there with other things I've done, despite the hood open. Come on, focus there, please. Okay, we don't need to go that high. Okay, there we go. So now you see your short-term field trims at idle. Same exact equipment, just changing one of those variables. And those of you that ain't so lazy and will look at the other one that I just is in the process of uploading, because it ended up being a lot of emotion, and so it's longer, like 20-some minutes. But learn to pick through the stuff like I do. Everyone's under some kind of load or condition. Let me close this up again. Breathing the damn exhaust is one of those. Because I'm behind on working on exhaust because of having to save up the money, and depending on the way to which the wind blows and the way the currents flow underneath the car because of ground effect and temperature changes underneath the car, then is the way it comes up through the door here, actually, through the door seal area, because there's no seal that is perfect. So but certainly with the window open, it's easier for it to come in. But I've got the other passenger side window open because it's too hot with the heater on now. I've finally warmed up in the legs and the feet. All right, so you see consistently there. I'm going to cut it off here. I'll go one more time down and we'll check the other values here in that next section. I got to do it like, oh shoot, 2 times. Each one's able to be graphed, and I just hit the center button there. You can't see it too well, but there, the arrow button, that's what caused the graph to come up for that particular PID. Okay, so that will be the bottom of it there. But you see I'm pressing it. Well, you can't see because the lighting is not there. It's not moving, so I might lose connection again. I don't know why it responds like it does. Okay. TPS. I'm trying to get it to scroll back up. Okay. So just go and look at the other ones. I'm not going to tell you everything, because that's not the way you're going to learn proper, especially when I can see. When I get a view, and I haven't even viewed the thing yet, someone who's one of the subscribers is stealing my work, or more is one of them somehow. They get to see the stuff before I even get to finish uploading and clicking on it, whoever's doing it, because many times it shows me one view and I haven't even seen the damn thing yet. And it doesn't have where I flipped over to start watching it and where I have to mark it as viewed. So you know damn well someone's bugging my phone and my channel. So that's why I'm not going to say everything anymore and make it so goddamn easy on them to rip me off. Well, these cocksuckers out here like Discover, Capital One, that McAfee scam, and the Capital One ripping me off, hiding it underneath the Bezos Amazon Prime shipping thing, which I had canceled, and then they kept charging my account, saying, oh, it's coming from the merchant, we'll do this and that. No, I said to them already back in August 2021, The first time it's coming from the merchant, they wrote me an email saying this won't happen again. So that's then on you to make sure to police the account and make sure that my account is not being charged for that from your own staff lining their pockets, because that's what's going on. Just like with the goddamn Wells Fargo, Capital One and Discover is making their paychecks from ripping off the customers. So it's taking you people to get to know that. And don't count on the CFPB. They're fucking crooks. They won't take the complaint. They'll write the complaints falsely if you don't write your own. As in those two possibilities. And then 2, FTC is worthless from the get-go because they don't do anything for the people. There's no organization. Better Business Bureau is just pure corrupt. They'll listen to only what the business says to them. That's it. Forget about getting any help from them. So right now there is no other organization, unfortunately, that works for the people. So you see it hanging there. It's not coming off of that. And any of us who know anything about these values for this car and other cars are going to look at this and say, what the fuck? What's this guy doing? Well, that's good. That's what I want you to do. But don't poke into my thoughts, buttholes. Get off your ass. And if I can figure this out with my bad health, and then not my bad health, but the bad health I was made into, and the dumb down that I was made into, there's no goddamn reason for all you healthy pups or rich asses that may not be the healthiest anymore, a hell of a lot richer than me. So that's a rich ass. And then there's no goddamn reason that you can't figure this out. The problem is still getting beyond the computer, but that's why I'm playing around with this shit. That's the only way you're going to see for your particular car what that goddamn computer is doing and how you can try to make a workaround to get this sucker to lean out. You can see it's trying to lean it out according to that figure there, unless it's just plain lying to us on top of that. And you've seen it has not come back up. Look at the other video just before this one. I'll have to wait to upload it because I don't know how to upload two at the same time. When that one finishes uploading, then I'll upload this one as part 2 or whatever the hell, or just an update for today regarding the short-term fuel trims as being counterintuitive. Now, okay, there you see I lost it. So I'm going to go out of it. I don't need to keep that on. Oh, see if that stops. No, that's from something else that's causing that fluttering in the so even though it's a crappy tool and we don't know what's going on with the tool versus the computer versus the modules that they claim versus the wiring and the programming, we do know for sure that when you read an article and says all cars run rich and you can smell them, you can stand there, you don't need a goddamn tool for that. You don't need to waste any money. You can see on the hottest of hot days, every last fucking car starts rich. Now, if you can't figure out that that's totally rookwards, ass backwards, reverse engineered tangent crooks, then I don't know what the hell to tell you. Well, they still lie in your face about how great their shit is. Well, don't forget, under a carbureted car and other ways of delivering fuel, you didn't have all this complicated garbage and needing all these goddamn tools and then having to think how the fucking computer thinks and following a logic that they create, which is just to freaking confuse you. Throw on more sensors. What happens every time you throw on more sensors? Then you got to coordinate those sensors. Then you make them more complicated where they're standalone, but then you got to coordinate them. So then you got to have a separate computer and a separate programmer and separate software to then come back and coordinate all those things. It's all unneeded garbage. Just recall, on my 1980 to 1985 GMC, what's it saying? It stopped. Something about recording while charging, I don't know. So I hope it's going to come across. I got small notice popped up, but I didn't get to read it. It was too quick. So I got 20 miles to the gallon, and I didn't get anywhere near modifying the carburetor. I didn't get anywhere near that. And that was while I had to get that car to do the damn delivery road for that Larry Ducal. Dragged me into that shit instead of being into manpower where I got paid better. And then I got pulled into doing that for almost a year and lost my ass on the deal. But I had to modify my car so I could get some better mileage, as well as I chopped it down. That's a coupe, or two-door coupe, let's call it then, just to make sure that there's no confusion in those terms. I chopped it down. Ed helped me to weld it up. And then I put adjustable air shocks on there. And my best at that point was 20 miles to the gallon. Go and look at the ratings for that car. And you will see that car with that amount of mileage on it, for the hard load I was putting on that, will not get 20 miles to the gallon according to their ratings. So there's so much simple things that can be done if you just get off the ass and transplant your brains back up into your head, contrary to where you got them connected down there to your fucking schwants. And stop being chicks with dicks or traditional women and get off the ass and start learning and rehydrate that thing, put it back up on your shoulders in the skull and learn how to use it. Well, by golly, you don't even need to do all that, because even in your current condition, if with my health I can do it, there's no gosh darn reason that you can't see some immediate contradictions. Number one, if you start the damn car on a hot day and you're smelling raw gas, what the fuck do you need all that computer shit for? Right there. Slap yourself in the face with that, please. You got the same goddamn crap when you had a carburetor, all right? Except it was a hell of a lot easier to repair. You didn't need any special tools. You used your own body as your sensory equipment. You didn't need to learn any separate logic. All that stoichiometric is just a crock of shit. They're incorrectly using the term stoichiometric. Stop believing their goddamn lies and start to group together so we got enough people to go against the Richie Rich and their goddamn social tactics where they're using electronic warfare via psychotronic weapons, particularly subliminals and probably harmonics of those audible frequencies as well, to be able to transmit in the brain and dumb everyone down. Aside from the fact they do that goddamn PC woke shit on top of it. Everyone's afraid to say anything because they won't rock their cushy goddamn positions. There you go. Have a good day. Please help and support with some money. Thanks. Ciao.